scared? You shouldn't be, because you're on 13 minutes. I'm Paul Goon, and this week I'm hanging out with Beast Killer. Where are you guys from?
Basically all over Cleveland. I'm an East Sider of Cleveland. He's a West Sider.
Does that make you guys like rivals?
If we were in probably a football team, maybe. But nah, the music scene.
Fights, Killer.
I wouldn't want to mess with you.
Yeah.
Is it the cutoff?
What's that?
He's showing the guns. He's like that. He's showing.
Yeah, he's showing what I'm up against. I'm like, I want nothing to do with that, man. I'm not buying what you're selling.
Yeah.
The band last week failed at this one. Describe your sound in one word or less.
Loud.
Chaos.
I knew you were going to say that. What's your name?
Chris.
What's your name?
Chris. Oh, that's what you said. Oh, my name's Chris also.
Is it hard for you guys to tell each other apart?
I don't think so.
How long have you guys been making music together?
I think a decade, really.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
Since the Goons. Yeah.
How many bands have you been in together?
Let's see here. If you count, what, 3?
I think it's 3 bands and like 6 albums or something like that.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
3 bands, 6 albums.
You guys know
6? Really? 6?
Well, okay, so Goon's Rival Knives was technically the same band. But we did, so that's 2 albums. Then we had 3 with Brave Bones. Mm-hmm. And then this one makes the 6th.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem like that many, but it's like, wow, it's been 6.
Yeah.
You guys know I'm partial to that word.
Yeah.
Have you thought about reincorporating it? Like maybe calling yourself the Beast Goons or something? The Beast Goons. Is there a possible rebrand without needing one?
One of the reasons we had to get rid of that name is I didn't realize there was a lot of Goons bands out there. There was actually a Goons on the West Coast that was like spelled with an S, and then there's a lot of rappers who use the Goons with the Z thing.
And those are the guys you really don't mess with.
Yeah, right.
West Coast guys.
I think there was a Goons band, like punk band from DC as well, like the late 90s or something like that. Because I remember thinking something about that. Well, because when I started playing music with Chris, we didn't start the Goons. I wasn't the original drummer. I joined on later, and the drummer switched to bass. Right? Yeah. Joey did bass. Yeah. So like, but I always liked the name.
Yeah.
I like Rival Knives.
Rival Knives, I thought it was a better name.
It was a better name, but it's like,
we'd already had been playing as the Goons for a long while. We probably shouldn't have changed it, but it's like 2020, and it is what it is.
Yeah. And now we're here, so whatever. Got us here. So.
So you guys did just release an album.
Yeah.
We did.
Less than a month ago.
What's it called?
It's just self-titled, Beast Killer, Beast Killer. So, yeah.
How'd you come up with that?
Well, it was really hard. It's really hard to come up with an
album. How many tracks are on the album?
10.
Which one's your guys' favorites?
Ooh. All of them.
Yeah, you're fucking greedy with that microphone.
No.
I'm fine.
Chris with the C.
Yeah.
My favorite, I would say, my favorite to play live is probably Broken Glass. It's just so fun to play that song for whatever reason, and
and
Elitist is just like I just feel like the energy come out of me in that
That's
song.
A marathon. That's a barn burner. When
the whole set is like that.
A whole set
from
is
a
just
viewing perspective.
Yeah. It's like it's sometimes like we play our sets and my body's like, what are you doing, dude? And then it's like, no, but that's how we do it. That's the only way you can. Especially if you're gonna do
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
I had to throw it in.
Oh, you know, I'm glad you did. But it's like especially when you're our age, if you're gonna do this and you're gonna be a 2-piece doing it, it's kind of a bold thing to do. So I'm like, you better.
2-piece are taking over the world.
It is getting. It's definitely not a new concept.
That's a trending topic right now. I like the surgence of 2-pieces right now.
But it's like to quote like no, not necessarily a quote, but like a band that we both like that was like one of my first 2-piece, like Big Business. Cody from Big Business was like, he said,
That's a fucking sick band.
oh, they're awesome. Yeah.
Shout out.
Awesome. Yeah. Just both sick musicians, just and it's a great band. But he talked about in a podcast one time. Actually, a really nice one, Crash Bang Boom. Shout out to that. So like that's
Shout out.
yeah, that's a best drumming podcast out there. He talked about how once that wasn't their intent to do that, but they just were jamming together and they were just like, you know, this is just easy. Let's just do it this way, and that just kind of culminated into that. And that's essentially what happened with us. The first Beast Killer practice, and I'm sorry if I'm giving you like a long-winded answer here. The first Beast Killer practice was
Bring on all the wind. I like the wind.
all right. So like, when we came here, like showed up here because we wanted to do something, because this is all pandemic happened, all that, you know, everyone's got that story, but like it's like, so now we're trying to come back out of it. And our previous band, Brave Bones, we weren't up to much, and we kind of toyed with this idea all throughout the whole Brave Bones era. And I came here, showed up to Chris's house. He had these ideas, and we're like, let's try the two-piece thing. I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's just jam and like, let's see if we can get any kind of energy. And if it's not happening, we'll get a bass player. We'll rethink it. But we wrote the riff. He played Violent Creatures was the idea you had.
And Black Wall was the first. Well, I think that might have been the very first.
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. And then I think we played Violent Creatures because you already had that idea.
Yeah.
And you sent me it, and I was like, we were both kind of like,
Yeah. And I think the first song, Beast Killer
Well,
was.
I was about to get to that where it said you wrote the riff to Beast Killer, and we ripped through that. And after we were done with that, we're like, all right, this is gonna work.
Yeah, it was all like one practice. We're
Boom.
just like, all right, I guess we have
Is Beast
three
Killer
ideas.
by Beast Killer from Beast Killer symbolically equal to Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath from Black Sabbath?
Well, I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about it that way, but I
We were thinking of Motorhead.
Yeah,
the
but
first,
either one.
But I forgot about the Black Sabbath one. Okay, so
No, that's good.
I mean-
I didn't even consider, but of course it's right in front of my face.
No,
I mean,
What is
we
the
get-
Black Wall?
the Black Wall.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I felt like you guys were going to supposed to say something.
no, you're fine.
Conceptually, the Black Wall is the idea behind like your phone, your people chasing being validated from their, you know, the internet world of.
It is fun though, right? I
Yeah,
like
it
porn.
is fun, but it's
Porno's great.
it's that thing that fills the empty void, basically.
Yeah.
The Black Wall.
Okay. What's your guys' favorite film in the M. Night Shyamalan Unbreakable series? Is that what it is? Unbreakable? Is that what it's called?
Of just that series or M. Night Shyamalan movies? Period?
No, the three out of that. Because I know you guys have the song, you know, Feel Like Glass. I Feel Invincible.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me think of.
Well, you know, the newest one, wasn't it just called Glass or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was really cool because I had no idea, and I don't know if he did either, that he was going to make it into a thing. Like, that he tied those two movies
I was
together.
wondering, you have to wonder. Now,
Yeah.
By now, he can always change his answer because it's already happened.
I mean, I was like, oh, that's cool. Those two totally what seemingly were unrelated movies came together to make like a darker superhero movie. I thought that was kind of cool. So I'd say that last one because it was totally unexpected that he would make that
tie them
connection.
all three together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you on that one because I think you put it best.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's cool.
Where do you guys record your music at?
We're sitting here where we
yeah,
did.
right here in Rubber Lizard Recording Studio. It's my own home studio. It's where we recorded this last album and a bunch of friends' albums, and
You guys ever record rap music here?
I have never recorded rap. I mean, not, you know, I don't have anything against it. The only thing that was like a lot of rap music, I feel like I don't listen to a lot of modern rap music, so I feel like I wouldn't really know how to make it competitively, on par with like what's going on. Like Kendrick Lamar, I've listened to, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I feel like with a lot of production techniques nowadays, they've like really harnessed a lot of the complexity and bass, and like it's like its own production style to it. And I'm like, I'm not versed enough in it to feel like I would be able to do you a good job, So
I'm more the hip hop dude than Beast Killer.
rock's just what I know,
partial to it.
Yeah.
All right, you're kicked out of Beast Killer. We only have hip hop and Beast Killer.
I don't have anything against
it.
I mean, dude, I grew up on Gangstar and
Love Gangstar.
Fushnikins and
We've had
Far Side.
Kendrick
Those are my
Lamar
era.
has gotten brought up by 2 punk bands 2 weeks in a row.
He's
Really?
got a huge
Yeah.
crossover sound to him.
What
Like,
are the odds?
Wait, I got one for you. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. Das Effects.
yeah.
Yeah, remember?
yeah.
Now, and we were just talking about Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory.
Oh, yeah, Tribe
one
Called
of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
I honestly, in
Big
recent,
shout out. Rest in peace, Fife Dog.
Yes,
One of my
Fife Dog,
favorite
yes.
bands Ever.
I one of my favorite albums. Biggie, Ready to Die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That
just,
is my favorite rapper.
it's
of all
just
time.
it's just the king, man. He is, and I'm also a big fan of the latest Run the Jewels. That is.
They're so good.
That was it
They're
is
so good.
when I
so
first
good.
heard that, my brother told me about it, and he was like, have you heard this yet?" And he sent it to me, and I was like, that first track, The Yankee and the Brave. And I heard that, I was just like, oh fuck
Everybody knows by now, and
Fuck
everybody
yeah,
needs
dude.
to know.
I'm like, yeah, people need to hear this. This is just awesome.
I'm not going to tell the story because this episode is for the story of Beast Killer, not the story of Run the Jewels. But there's a really cool story of how they got together, were brought together by the creator of Adult Swim.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I think I kind of heard something like that correlated. with it.
Yeah, find it on YouTube.
yeah, all right,
That
yeah.
show's pretty cool. It's
Right
interesting.
on.
I like to tell people the story, just not on this show.
Okay.
Adult Swim does really great things with like music. They like involve themselves with a
They
lot
have
of
a
like
whole music festival, and Run
Yeah.
the Jewels just headlined it.
yeah.
There's good taste amongst the creators of Adult Swim.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And
yeah.
Writers and. How long does it take to write a Beast Killer song?
The music pretty quickly. The lyrics and the vocals take a long while.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't even wait for you.
Yeah.
The look on your face tells me. I already know.
Yeah. The music probably like we could write a song in 1 or 2 practices.
That's
The
usually
lyrics take
what it
me-
is, and
yeah.
we're one of those people that like after previous experiences with other bands and everything, and growing up, it's like
Yeah.
if we're not 100% into this riff and we can't get this nailed down 1 or 2 practices, we're wasting our time.
Yeah.
This should kick your ass.
Yeah.
Beast
away.
killing comes naturally.
Yeah.
Just does. Just gotta.
I was born to kill beasts.
What's on the docket this week? Have you guys killed any good beasts lately?
Not personally, but I mean, I don't know.
One of these days, I'm gonna kill that damn Altered Beast from
Yeah.
Sega.
I've been on
They're
vacation
too
all week,
damn
so
long.
yeah.
Sega!
I love that game. By the way, I was just playing that. My parents have a Sega like simulator.
Oh my God,
They got the
Altered Beast
it's got
Simulator.
Altered Beast on it. I was like, they've had it for like 6 months or like a year.
They've
And
been holding out on you. You just-
well, because me and my son were just playing Sonic the Hedgehog, which is sweet, by the way. But I was like, I went back and looked at the library of it, and I'm like, oh my God, Altered Beast, and Afterburner.
And your parents do the whole time. They've been staying up all night playing all
They're
the
like-
beast, holding out on you.
It's like,
Oh, what the
motherfucker, he
fuck?
knows. He knows now.
Oh, yeah.
Beast killing son of a bitch. Can't even have a bass player.
Tell me about Earhammer Records.
So Earhammer Records is Billy from the Vacancies. His little brainchild, I guess. So I guess I'll tell the story about how that whole thing came to be. I don't think it's been on anything, but so him, Sean Grady, and I were going to do this media company. We were going to call it Earhammer Media or Studios or something. And we got together, we talked about it, all plans we were going to do, and then we just never followed through with it. So then we just like, hold on, crap. Somebody's calling.
That's Bill from Earhammer calling you right now.
He heard it.
He heard it. He heard it.
Ear burning studios. Anyway, back to Earhammer Studios.
Oh, I got
Sorry.
somebody just got their phone call completely rejected on the show. You just got shut down.
That was my dad. My dad trying to call me in the middle of the episode. But so yeah, we
You tell me about your
abandoned-
dad too after you're done with the ear, because that's an awesome story too. What he does.
Now the dogs are barking. Jesus Christ! Can we just do an interview here?
No.
Where's my assistant?
So many distractions. So many distractions. Now my phone's gonna ring or something.
Somebody get the dog.
I put my phone on silent because I'm a professional.
I'm sorry. It's only my second interview in my life. But yeah, so Billy took the Earhammer name, and I was like, originally I was going to use it for my own recording studio, and then like I gave it to him, and then so he ran with it, and then I started doing Rubber Lizard, and so now this is the name of Rubber
Dude, you're
Lizard.
being heckled by your dog right now. He's like, bullshit. Bullshit. He's like,
can I swear on this thing? Fuck you, dog.
It's like, I'm not having this. It's like, what
I
the?
encourage the swear word.
Earhammer, talk about your goddamn dog.
The dogs are the driving force behind the band.
They are. They're a beast that we would not kill.
The one beast I would not kill is dogs.
Any dog at that.
Any dog.
But I think the thing about Earhammer is, I mean, it's such a really cool community that Bill put together. Every band down it's sick. They're awesome.
I guess there's a lot of
good.
confusion. People are like, well, what is it? Because it's a label that's kind of more like a family of bands that all like
Right.
we help promote each other because, as I'm sure you know, like being in a band and any scene, it's very cliquey, and like bands are just very much like on their own, and they just try to like, you know, navigate their own path by themselves. And it just seems like without some kind of other thing to help us kind of like team up together and try to cross promote and do whatever, that's basically what it ends up being. Is like, because it's not like he's, you know, paying for our records to be made and stuff like that. He's just kind of like helping us promote and like giving us mentorship on different things and whatever. And
Yeah, it kind of harkens back to like the early days of when we first started like playing in bands. You know, it's like it's a community. We support each other. That's why I love.
keep hearing about that.
I just love the idea of your
20 years
hammer. It's
ago,
awesome.
It was a little bit better in the community since the music scene is like not realizing that it's supposed to
For
be a
sure.
scene.
Right,
Yeah.
right, and that's why we still do it.
Yeah.
We're not making any money.
Yeah.
That's like
You're telling me.
it's like yeah. I mean, just like we're all doing it for the love of it. We're all doing it because it makes life a little less sucky.
Swear to God, it goes down the line from like, oh, your day job is plumbing? You make any good money? I'm like, no, but it pays the bills. Or
Right. That's saying
oh
yeah.
shit, like you're trying to build a landscaping company?
Yeah.
You making any money? I'm like, I'm making a little extra money, nothing, you know.
Right.
Oh shit, well, what about the music stuff? So you've got to be making music now, 4 years, huh? And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you know how
I've spent a lot of money, but I made a lot of money.
Yeah, like no.
I was fortunate enough that in the terms of music, the way that music pays bills for me is that I get to teach. I taught for a while. I still do it occasionally, but teaching drums, that was like kind of like the gig that was like, okay, when I never thought of myself doing that, but when I started doing that years back, that was before you and I even were been doing it since 2008, I think. But it's like that was cool.
When another band comes out called Beast Killer Jr. or something like that, you're gonna know why, because you taught him how to play the drums.
I taught him, man.
They're gonna take over and kick you guys out of the scene.
And I'm gonna see him in court for that damn name. Beast Killer Jr.
Are all sports rigged?
I certainly hope not, because I think I still thoroughly enjoy every now and then, if I'm having a bad day, I go on YouTube and watch the last 2 minutes of the 2016 Cavaliers championship. It's just, it lifts my spirits. So I hope that, I really hope that,
That was real.
it was real. Yeah, because that was awesome.
I don't really watch sports, so I don't know. I mean, I always just played music. I don't watch anything. Sorry.
Well, I mean, it's tough.
Not
If
banging
you want
anybody
to
who
get
does.
on that. I mean, being a Cleveland sports fan, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a lot of ups
Yeah,
and
even
downs.
people from Cleveland don't want to do it. So
It's emotional. It's emotional.
our,
And I think it's like,
I'd rather not watch sports.
but I think that's why. I mean, it's kind of like the middle line. I mean, like a lot, because I have friends in Youngstown who are Steelers fans. They're more about that.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, those fucking people are idiots.
it's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Fuck no.
It's weird. It's yeah.
Do big what?
No. That's my take on it.
Do big reunion tours have to have all the original band members?
I'd like to see that. I think you go first in this one. I want to hear your input on this one.
I mean, not necessarily. Like that new Pantera one is kind of weird. I don't know, but I guess if you're not calling yourselves Pantera, then like you can get away with it.
Are they not calling themselves Pantera?
I don't know, but it depends.
Was it like
Pantera Jr.
Phil Anselmo and the
yeah.
Dudes or something like that?
Depends on who's doing it too. It just feels weird to me, but I get it. They all need to make money. They gotta like support their families, and they're still playing the songs. They still got the guys singing it. It's not. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one. Really.
I think I was disappointed when because we were talking about it because we were watching. Ironically, when we came back here, we were hanging out after our Youngstown show. We were watching when at the drive-in played Coachella.
Yeah.
And Jim was still playing with them. But then I think we saw when they came to the Agora, they didn't have Jim with them anymore from Sparta, and it was kind of disappointing. If I'm correct, I don't think.
Wait, Jim wasn't in Sparta when they played? He's like the singer, dude, isn't he?
No, Jim was in Sparta. He wasn't when they came to Cleveland after that. They had someone else, and it's kind of like you kind of want to see like I don't know. That's the same thing with Judas Priest.
Yeah,
KK Downing's not in Judas Priest anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like it's I don't know.
It depends, man. Like there's some situations where like the Bled, for instance, like that forget his name, Petticone.
Oh, the one who played in My Chemical Romance for a minute.
Yeah, that
too.
dude is like an incredible drummer, and I just love watching him play. And then we actually ended up playing with them, and their drummer was really good. That played
in the
with them,
Goons.
in the Goons, played with them. But that drummer was really good. But Mike Petticone, man, like watching that dude rip that stuff was so different.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And,
He was good.
It's like you always have a bias when you like really like a certain member
The
of the
Goons
band.
play with some pretty big bands.
We got lucky quite a bit in that band, so it was cool.
I think one of my favorite bands, because I think we were still the Goons at the time, was Barn Burner.
Yeah,
That
they
was
were
a good
sweet,
show.
yeah.
Well, it was Now That's Class Time.
Yeah,
And of course, another shout out to another great All Dinosaurs.
Yeah, actually, we got some up here. We got
and Gallows.
Goons.
I wasn't in the band at the
play
time.
with Gallows. We got to play with Helmet.
Yeah.
Robin Knives, we got to play with Bronx, which we're huge fans of the Bronx. And then there's a lot of local band shows and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a show where we're in Brave Bones together. We play with my dad, who's Ohio's #1 Elvis impersonator. In case you didn't know. But,
I am going to touch on the name thing, though.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Paul we talk about this. We're both named Chris, but we both have also something else that's interesting about our names. Your middle name and the namesake behind my name. Your middle name is
Waylon.
after,
Waylon Jennings.
and my
Shout the fuck out.
yeah, and my namesake is after Chris Christopherson. Mom was that big of a fan. Named me
Shout
after.
out.
And am I okay with that? 100%. It's awesome. I think it's a cool story.
Yeah.
So I have to throw it out there every now and then.
Don't the Melvins have a song called Piss Pistofferson?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up the minute I leave here. And I'm gonna
on
listen.
the way here, and I feel like they really.
I was
do.
listening to them yesterday, but
awesome.
I'm willing to guarantee they do. That's definitely that's a King Buzzo thing for sure right there. And shout out to the Melvins because that's
Shout out.
another huge. I would say that's one of our huge.
They're coming to the Grog Shop.
Yeah,
September 28th,
that's right.
30th
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, it's the Sunday of that. Yeah, and
Yep.
huge influence on us.
Dogs. Be quiet.
Them, I would say, in my repertoire, what I listen to is like Melvins, Refused, Motorhead. I mean, there's also the Helmet thing.
Yeah.
That's what we tried to. That's the whole premise behind Beast Killer, just trying to emulate that sound of our
Your forefathers passed.
Yeah.
our sonic heroes, and try and pull it off with two people. Whether we do that or not, I don't know. I feel like we do. But,
Oh, I feel like you do.
Yeah.
You guys have a very full sound for two
Thank you.
people. Very full sound.
yeah, well, appreciate it. That's it's fun, man. It's like I'm getting back on that, like the big business thing. It's like it's just so easy. I get why so many people do it. I mean, like
I wouldn't want to work with 4 other dickheads.
no, it's
hard to work with
if I
one
do
other
anything
person.
else, there's more people involved. I'm like, this is actually it's not. I'm not really doing
Makes you
anything.
hate people.
I'm not really doing anything else, but it's like it's hard to think to go back to like.
Yeah, it's just easier. Like when
It's easier,
when
yeah.
somebody's like, "Hey, can you guys play the show?" I just text one person, and
And
it's-
within 5 minutes,
Yeah.
it's like we got to figure it out, as opposed
Yeah.
to it takes like 2 days
yeah,
with other bands with more people. But it's like I don't know. And it's funny because like, I bass is like one of my favorite instruments, and I was really like reluctant to do this, but it filled out nicely. And I've actually been complimented on the sound of the band by my closest friends who are amazing bass players, which I thought was really cool. So I'm like, oh well, that's awesome. You know, so that works out.
If you could time travel, would you guys go backward or forward?
What a good
Backward.
question. Backward?
I'm scared to go forward.
Yeah, backward, I feel like you kind of know what you're in for. Forward,
Forward, who knows?
It all
You get
seems...
dropped off in the middle of the Terminator War.
Yeah, it all seems inevitably
you don't know
bad.
what you're. All of a sudden, you land in the middle of just a.
It's like there'll always be like technological advances that'll be cool.
Right.
To see, like,
but how far is
everything
it?
else.
How far is it going to go?
Yeah.
It's like.
Humanity doesn't evolve anymore. I think we just get worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's the matter of like convenience is always going to be the thing that's going to be like, because now and like how far are we going to go to like in the future to with technology, with the phones and everything.
Yeah.
So now I'm really showing my age, like, with you kids with your phones and your speaking spells and your Nintendos.
Commercially old guys. Always down. It's just gonna be
With your PS
fancier phones.
with your PS3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever the hell, your Roblox.
You guys have any shows coming up?
As a matter of fact,
we have our big celebration grog shop show this Saturday. No, this Friday. I'm sorry. This Friday we'll be playing at the grog shop. It's not like the old days where you'd like come up there and buy some physical release, because one, like everything is just streamed nowadays. These goddamn kids.
again, you damn kids, and your phones.
But also because vinyl is super expensive and takes eternity to get printed. So it's just a celebration of us putting the album out. And then the day after that, we're playing out in Pierpont, Ohio at this pretty big musical farm fest.
This we're stoked for. This is going to be the State Line Fest is awesome. I mean,
I've
that
seen the flyer. The
that
lineup is
bill,
nuts.
it's like
Nuts.
ridiculous.
You
It's
guys
like,
have a crazy weekend coming
Yeah.
I
up.
know. I was like, wow.
So yeah, hoping I survive, you know. Gonna drink a lot of water and...
You're not going to
No, I'm not
drink
gonna
fucking
drink any
You're
water.
full of shit.
A lot of beer, though. A lot of beer is gonna happen.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, I'm excited because that's like that State Line Fest. That's like
Yeah.
a bunch of friends and like just really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be really good. It's one of those shows where you're like, yeah, that's why we do this still at our old age.
I don't know why the fuck I'm still doing this. I'm Paul Goon.
Because you love it.
They're Beast Killer. I don't love shit. And that was 13 minutes.